Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing my topic video on how would I make the Amazing Spider-Man franchise better. And the person who recommended this was Smendown9, so SM Down 9. So if you want to go check out their channel, in the description below there's a link for their channel. And if you guys have any recommendations for future topic videos, please tell me in the comments below. If I answer them, that means in a couple of weeks it'll either be on Comic Uno or Comic Frontline, because I double dose my topic videos. Usually for Comic Uno, I have them every Thursday with my comic book reviews. It's not Thursday, it's every Friday with my comic book reviews. And for Comic Frontline, I have them every Sunday. So be sure to recommend away in the comments below. But let's talk about this topic. What would I do to change the Amazing Spider-Man franchise? As you guys know, I'm not a big fan of the Andrew Garfield films. I liked the first one. I thought it was actually pretty solid. You know, it's not my favorite Spider-Man movie ever, but I personally like the Tobey Maguire movies a little more. I know people don't even like Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. And do I think he's my Peter Parker? No, I don't think there has been a Peter Parker on television that I could say is exactly like the comics. But I do think Tobey Maguire, for me personally, is more like the comic book Peter Parker than Andrew Garfield is. Now, is that Andrew Garfield's fault? No, I think it's the script's fault. I think it's the story's fault. We haven't even gotten to see the true potential of Andrew Garfield. I think he's landed a couple of good lines here and there in both films. So, do I think it's Andrew Garfield's fault? No. I do think it's both the first and the second movie's fault. First movie wasn't bad. I didn't like the lizard. But the second movie just did not know what they were doing. In my opinion, I've had reviews before, so I'm not going to go too much into it. But I didn't like it. I didn't like what they did with Electro. I thought they brought in Green Goblin for no reason. They just did it for the name, and they killed Gwen Stacy just to kill Gwen Stacy. Then it didn't organically happen. And I feel like it was definitely more a cash grab than, hey, we care for Spider-Man. It's just Sony wanted to keep Spider-Man. Now, how do you improve that is, first of all, A, care a little bit more. I think I feel when I watch these movies that Sony just is doing this for the money, and it feels totally like that. And B, I would say, flesh out your villains more. I think that was the biggest problem with the first and second movie, is that they put out these big names, but they don't give the background story of why these characters are good. Green Goblin, you know, is such an iconic villain, but they don't really expand on his character that much. He's just there to turn evil and to kill Gwen Stacy. That you saw that was his purpose. So expand on some of the villains' backstory. Make us care for these villains. Kind of like what Batman Begins and the Batman franchise, the Christopher Nolan Batman movies do. A lot of times those villains are better than even the hero in the Christopher Nolan movies. So give us some background to really care about these villains. Especially Spider-Man villains, because they're the most, in my opinion, the most popular villains in the Marvel Universe and some of the most popular villains in comic books, right next to Batman's villains. So you obviously have potential there to tell a really good story. Also, I would say, you know, I really did like Gwen Stacy, but I don't know. We need another love interest. I would like to see Mary Jane, and maybe them following a little bit more to the Ultimate Universe, because it seemed like they're going that direction. With Peter's parents, they mention Peter's parents and they do nothing with also. So a lot of plot holes there. Maybe continue stories that you presented in the first and second movie. So be less messy, be more organized, create your characters well, build them up, and if you feel like there's some loose ends, I mean, you might want to continue those stories. Have a really interesting supporting cast. We had a better supporting cast, I feel, in the Tobey Maguire movies than we did the Amazing Spider-Man movies. As much as I like Emma Stone, it was only really Emma Stone and Aunt May, which Aunt May didn't really do much in the movie. I mean, I would say Aunt May was at least a little bit more of a morale in the Tobey Maguire movies. So in the Amazing Spider movies, Aunt May's not really doing much. So yeah, supporting characters should be a little stronger also. So that's my opinion. There's definitely needs to be something fixed with these Amazing Spider-Man movies. But please tell me in the comments below what you think. This is Comic Uno and Comic Frontline. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and their own situations. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to back up the Kickstarter for Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.